what I'm doing with marketing. You guys saw the website just went live on Tuesday. That took forever. So I apologize, community. That was like one of those projects that was supposed to take a few months, took like 6, and all kinds of reasons and excuses. But I'll accept it. I'll take that. But it's finally done, and maybe I want to share my screen. Um, I'll show you why I've been kind of focusing on trying to get this thing done. So tell me if you can see my screen or not, you guys. This diagram.
It's popping up right now. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, so I'm trying to build a funnel. Okay, so that when people get into this funnel, they all fall down and come to the swap interface and place a trade. So this funnel only if there's holes in this funnel, people in water is going to fall out. People will fall out if there's holes, right?
Mhm.
So I got to get this bottom of the funnel done, right? Because this is ultimately what I want people to do. So SEO is good enough. I'm still working on it. I have some updates I can go over in a bit. The website is done. Still I need still some, especially on mobile, still some things we need to clean up there. But now it's done. Then I can start focusing on the things above this funnel, right? Like, um, and so it's going to be like more like public relations, paid articles. So all the negative headlines and stuff you guys see out there about THORChain, I'm going to overwhelm that with our propaganda. And it's not about, how to say this? I think some people might be worried it's going to be like sleazy or slimy or like too promotional. Um, no, we are going to be positive and like talk about our strengths and get out there for sure. But there's not going to be any lying or anything like that. It'll be done tastefully. But what matters is we just got to get stuff out there. But the reason I haven't really been doing any of that yet, because we need a call to action, right? If you read a nice positive article about THORChain, I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm going to go look into it. I maybe want to use this thing. We need the website and the swap interface done, right? Because if it's not done, people will fall out of the funnel, right? We spend all this money on getting people to read these articles and then like us, and then now it's hard to use us. The website isn't up to date. So these layers build on each other. And so this will be, now that this is done, social media, we got the Lemur Labs guys. They've been doing a great job. I'm pretty hard on them about the content and stuff going out. But they got that dialed in. Now I can focus more on like training SEO, training AI, doing PR, starting to improve THORChain's reputation online. So when people search THORChain, um, positive articles show up, not just negative ones. So this is gonna be my next push now that the website's done, is getting this stuff out there. And um, and then, you know, KOLs, paid ads, conferences, it all funnels into this. So I'm just kind of going up the step. I'm like, this is the base. I know it's not visually a base, but we kind of got to work our way up to build up this funnel. So hopefully that makes sense. And I have been wanting to write a blog post for you guys to explain all that.
Mhm.
Um, so that's basically phase one is getting STO and the website kind of nice that we can promote. So phase two will be now driving traffic to it. So part of this, I just want to make sure I don't forget anything in my notes. Um, so Monday I had some good meetings. I talked to DeFi Llama and BTC Media, the Bitcoin magazine, Bitcoin conference guys, and a KOL with Monero, Douglas Tuman. Um, so I know most KOLs are shillers. I get it, you guys. Some are okay. Some like that's my job to figure out which ones are worth it or not. Apparently, Doug is dialed in on the Monero community. He runs a Monero conference. He's respected. Um, all three of these people were cool. They knew about the hack on Friday. They weren't phased by it. They still want to do business with THORChain. Yeah, they're going to get paid, but at the same time, they have their own reputations, right? Like they don't want to just have anyone, you know, um, front and center on their platforms. So, so DeFi Llama, we're going to move forward with a 1 year deal to do um, like monthly articles and postings, like banners for THORChain and their newsletter, and a dashboard on DeFi Llama. So getting that going. Bitcoin BTC Media guys, that was a great call. Probably one of the best calls I've had chatting with someone about a potential partnership. Um, because I've always felt that, Bitcoiners should actually love THORChain. Like there's so much in common. And I was worried that, you know, Bitcoin Magazine and conference, you guys just a bunch of maxis. This is going to be an issue. They're like maybe 5 years ago, but they're like now it's much more. The majority of their audience is open to stable coins. They are open to Monero and Zcash because of privacy. It's just the scams and the garbage, right? They don't want to be touching. So, but they love THORChain. They love what we're doing. They love what we do for Bitcoin. The whole money laundering narrative, they're like, they get it. They're like, that's a plus, not a negative. It's not that we want that. We don't want to attract, bad actors, but they understand it proves the technology works. So, I want to do something with them, hopefully you know, to tap into that audience. Oh, and, uh, they love your condom idea, Chad. So, 'cause they asked me,
I
they go,
always
"Do you have
knew
any?"
I was a media genius.
They asked him, "Do you have any, like, taglines or things, this and that?" And I'm like, "Well, the world's leading Bitcoin DEX is what I'm trying to push out there." And like, "Okay, cool." And like, "Well, what else?" I'm like, "Well, we have this saying, wrap your dong, not your Bitcoin." They laughed. They're slapping their knees laughing. And they're like, "We should put that on condoms and hand them out at the conference." I'm like, "That's exactly what Chad wants to do." So, so I think we're going to do it. We'll have to do it. They're on board. You want it? We're going to make it happen. We'll figure it out. Um, so I think when you go to the conference, you get like a tote, a gift bag or something with a bunch of like flyers and stuff in it. So we can be part of that. We can get
Can
stuff
we
in there.
can we make the condoms like very large? Just because that's would be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Just make them
Yeah. Yeah.
like like
Like they can go over your fist, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
like something like large. It'd be funnier, you know.
Okay. All right.
And then people don't
Um,
actually use them because they're like too large to actually use. So then people
yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
have I used it and now my wife is pregnant or my girlfriend or this girl, whatever.
All right. I wrote that down. We'll find out. Um, um, so just kind of going over my notes, make sure I hit everything. One thing too, just I want to apologize to this THORSwap community, THORSwap guys. You're a bit butthurt looking at the ecosystem page that you weren't featured as a prominent partner. So I had that thing done in February, and I knew at the time too. I'm like, man, I'm gonna piss off somebody. But in my mind at the time, I was thinking, well, SwapKit and THORSwap are the same, and so I put it in THORSwap because I didn't want to have like one team having two projects up there.
Mhm.
Um, and I had Coinly up there because Coinly has an article. Uh, if you Google no KYC crypto or no KYC crypto exchange or something like that, Coinly has an article that comes first. And I want to get into that article. And so they're like, "Oh, well, you should feature us on your website." And that's where that referral link and everything comes from. Um, and so I was expecting the site to be done way sooner, like before April, that I could go to Coinly and like, got you on your website. Hey, let's do a podcast. Let's talk about it. We'll do some cross promotion marketing, and then weasel my way to get THORChain into their article. And then just because the website took forever, and then I'm focusing on other parts of the website. So I just honestly, I wasn't looking at that part of the site anymore. So I took Coinly down and put THORSwap up. So it's nothing. There's no ill will or anything like that, guys. Like nothing. Yeah, and there could be something else like that on the site. They're just like, why isn't this featured, or somebody didn't mention me or whatever. Like I promise you, it's not on purpose. Like this is part of the reason why it took so long. Is like I was telling Denny when we were just before we came live. But you guys talk like THORChain is a beast, like 800,000 lines of code, right? It's also a beast to explain. How do you put this all on a website and talk to swappers, partners, and investors, and cover all the angles? And like, it took a lot, you know. So I'm sure I missed something, and if I did, it's not on purpose. So yeah, just let me know. And the other small issue too has been like THORChain's always changing. There's always something new. So like I got to go update and kind of tweak things. So the site isn't static, guys. Like there's as things change with the protocol, the site will change too. So if there's some things that just aren't working or whatever, we can always change it, right? So no need to freak out that this is set in stone and can't be changed. Um, so yeah. So with all that said, maybe I don't know if you guys have any questions about any of that, or if you just want to kind of
I would
chat. If you
just
want to jump
say,
in.
I would say if people have a problem, just DM Kenton. You don't like it's a huge website, you guys. If you notice a problem, a lot of you guys have been pointing out the issues. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Just DM Kenton, let him know, and he will get it fixed. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think I'm good.